a standing ovation as the winners of UNESCO's World Press Freedom Prize were announced, a collective award honoring the Palestinian journalists covering the war on Gaza. None were able to come in person. But one of the recipients, Al Jazeera's Gaza bureau chief, Wael al-Dahdouh, sent a message of appreciation. His wife, children and other relatives were killed by Israeli bombs before he himself was targeted and nearly killed. He says Palestinian journalists in Gaza need justice and protection.
They cannot do their jobs without the morbid feeling that they themselves could become the news or become the headlines instead of being the ones reporting the news.
At least 143 media workers and journalists have been killed in Gaza in nearly 7 months of war, making it the deadliest conflict in modern history for members of the profession. But Palestinian journalists are not alone. Many others are targeted around the world.
Between 2018 and 2023, 83 journalists were murdered in Latin America alone. These figures, which are chilling and should call us to action, are only surpassed by the more than 100 journalists brutally murdered in Gaza.
This year's World Press Freedom Conference also focused specifically on the dangers faced by journalists covering the environment. The numbers don't lie. According to a new report commissioned by UNESCO, the number of attacks against journalists who are specifically covering the environment have risen 42% in the last 5 years. This includes physical attacks as well as murders, and this at a time when the world is facing an unprecedented climate crisis. Nobel Peace Laureate and journalist Maria Ressa believes that the biggest threat to press freedom is the manipulation and power of big tech companies.
Big tech has, by design, distributed lies laced with fear, anger, and hate faster and further than journalism. It's used to attack journalists. It's used to tear apart trust, right? That's the foundational corruption.
The best antidote, experts say, is for those who attack facts and silence journalists to be held accountable. They warn that the prevailing system of impunity serves as a blank check to kill the messenger. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Santiago.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.